Well, folks, with the Whitfield Report in its 5th season and me starting my 14th year of podcasting in 2021, I figured now would be as good time as any to start a Patreon page for the podcast. And I know everyone these days has a Patreon page who is a podcaster, but let me tell you what you're going to get if you decide to join the Whitfield Report Patreon. At the $1 level, you'll simply be contributing. That'll simply be a way of saying thank you, and I appreciate it. But that's that. However, at the $3 level on up, you're going to be getting access to an exclusive podcast that I'm hoping to do weekly called the Savage Express Podcast. And on that podcast, exclusive to Patreon subscribers and supporters, I'll be covering music and movies and pop culture and personally and anecdotes in ways that I can't cover on YouTube or traditional podcast platforms. I'm hoping to do this every week. I might not, but it'll certainly be a longer form podcast for those types of topics if you're interested in that sort of thing. And I also might be re-releasing some episodes of the Whitfield Analysis, my old podcast, re-releasing the back catalog, as it were, digging out some old video clips that I've had in archive for years and posting all of that exclusively to the Patreon site for you guys. It's going to be a good time, and there are a couple of different tiers you can join in at. I understand if you can't join the Patreon, but if you're able to financially support the show and you want to help out, joining the Patreon would be the best way to do that. So I encourage you to go to patreon.com/Whitfield Report and sign up on one of the tiers today. And again, folks, I want to thank you for supporting the podcast. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And hopefully, I can look forward to your financial contribution, which I deeply appreciate as well. God bless, folks, and God, freedom, legacy in that order. Alrighty, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Whitfield Report Saturday evening edition. I am your host, Sam Whitfield, broadcasting live here from South Florida. And I want to thank you so very much for joining me here tonight. And as always, contact info, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @SomeDiver_NDC, hashtag Whitfield Report. You can follow me on Gab and Parler at Sam Whitfield, Facebook.com/The Whitfield Report, TheSamWhitfield.com, and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever else you get your podcasts. And we're going to have a good show tonight. And as always, welcome to my co-host, Mr. Apex Gamma. Hope you're doing well tonight, Gamma.
Good evening, my friend. Good evening, chat. I hope I'm doing well. I'm glad to hear you're well. And you're right, we are going to have a good fucking show. We always have a good show. Yeah, doing good, buddy. Happy to be back. We missed the hug box last night. I was kind of bummed, but we just didn't have nothing to talk about. We figured everything's fucking politics right now. That's all anybody's thinking about. That's all you and I are thinking about. So figured why try to soil the hug box with politics. We'll keep it here where the politics are meant for, right?
Yep. Well, there's not, and there's not much going on in the grifter zone right now, so there's no need for the gamma hug box to we only need to bring out that signal when the grifters are afoot, and they were actually quiet this week. So, hello in the chat to Apex, A Storm of Wrenches, Shovel Point, Ghost of Niccolo, who brings up the Dominion servers, which we're going to talk about. And then Davey Crocco is here. And John Arcade, who says, good show, good show. Someone sucked my ass. Well,
good show, old boy. Good show, old lad.
Well, I posted feet pics in the Danger Zone server earlier, Johnny. I don't know what else you want from me, man.
Listen. Johnny's like an SJW for feet, bro. Like, you're never gonna make him happy. The spiral ends at feet utopia, which doesn't exist. So he will be chasing feet forever, and you will forever be appeasing that beast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's never ending with him though. What can I say? He just wants endless feet pics. So, so what's it? And this whole thing with the Georgia recount, people were saying that it was going to, that this was going to be the big domino that fell, and there was going to be a big recount in favor of Trump, and there was a big MAGA rally, I guess. Last night I saw a couple of live streams of some MAGA people in Georgia, going out there to, I guess, support Trump in the recount effort. But
there was one in North Milwaukee too, pretty big one. Shortly after a shooting. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
As near as I can tell, Georgia actually they I don't know if they recounted, or I think they verified the votes for Biden, actually, is how that goes. So
seems to be the case, yeah.
So Georgia is out of play now, unfortunately, for Trump, and it's looking like efforts. There are still some efforts in PA, but
Wisconsin too. Have you seen like the differences in the recount centers, like in like Wisconsin, where it looks like what a recount is supposed to look like, plus plexiglass? There's like they added plexiglass and shit, and some people are wearing masks. But I think it was Pennsylvania where they've got like the observers like 6 feet away from the table, plus the plexiglass. And I don't know about you, I wear fucking glasses, man, and I can't see shit 4 feet. I mean, especially on a piece of paper. Like I can't read nothing 3 feet away, depending on how big it's written. But a ballot, fuck no, dude. So yeah, there's still some weird shit going on, from what I can tell. But yeah, it looks, from what I can tell, that seems to be the case. Georgia is Biden's, which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what any of this fucking means, man. I don't know what to believe anymore. It's impossible to research anything, even the most important election in the fucking in the history of the country. Maybe not, but in the history of our lives, my life for sure.
Well, the thing that I mean, Fat Kick Boy asked a great question. So Trump truly lost? No, not yet. I don't think. Georgia was a very critical state for the recount, but from what Sean over at Versa Media tells me, they still they still need to have the Pennsylvania recount, so that will be interesting to see how that plays out. But
sorry, man, I was muted. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
The thing that I find interesting in particular is this. I guess Biden is somehow fundraising money to get Trump out of office now, which is weird because if everything is kosher, you won the White House, dude. So what do you need to get Trump? Why do you need to fundraise money to get Trump out? Like, that's what your election was all about.
Well, I mean, the conspiracy brain in me is like, well, for the fucking secret army that they've been funding all this time, they can't use official money for that. Well, I mean, fuck, who knows, dude? But yeah, that doesn't make any sense, dude. If Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama, then how did he not have? How does he? I mean, if it's a funding issue, how is funding an issue at this point? Which, I mean, is exactly what you said. Sorry, I don't mean to. I'm just reiterating your point, but that's exactly right. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know, like, the details behind that. I just saw the tweet and like an article about it, but I didn't see, like, I don't know, like, an official website, or, I mean, I'm sure there's several of them, but yeah, give me more money to get the president out of the White House, even though official sources say, according to every fucking thing you look at online that says anything about Donald Trump, even if it has nothing to do with the election. The fucking video we posted, Bruce City and I, in Milwaukee, of that Puerto Rican Trump supporter had nothing to do with the election. There's a quote underneath it. The same fucking tagline that's under everything. The election has been called by the Associated Press for President Joe Biden. It's like, it's manipulation on a mass scale, dude. Just eat it. Just take it, shove it down their fucking throats, and enough people will give in. They'll say, fuck, it's everywhere. Like, everybody, everywhere I look online, all of these sources are all saying this can't be true. So even though my brain and the evidence I've seen says it might not be true, it has to just be true,
And
I mean, it's baffling, man.
And as Davey points out in the chat, as he did earlier, they're dragging this out by design, which is true. I feel like at this
I would agree
point.
with that for sure. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
The other thing that's extremely weird, and I meant to get a screenshot of this earlier to post this, but so I have an American flag bandana that I wear when I'm in situations where I need to wear a mask. Like if I'm out in public, I I try not to as often as I can, but like I have it around my neck, and in case someone makes me. So I have the American flag bandana, and I posted a selfie with me wearing it, and that was it. And I just posted something on there like proud to be an American, or something benign, like that. Or it was something like, if I'm gonna wear a mask, I'm gonna wear the American flag, right? It was something incredibly benign, and yet I still got the AP has called the election for Joe Biden, right? It wasn't even a fucking political post.
Exactly, dude.
But just because I had the American flag on there, so I guess the flag is now political, which for
Uh,
years, they're now telling us that, oh, you shouldn't use the flag for politics. Well, if social media's stupid algorithm is doing, stuff like this now, then I guess the flag is political then.
well, did you in that post? Did you tag like Trump 2020 or anything? Was Trump related at all?
No,
Because that's what got the video hit for Brew and I, because the dudes running around with it was just Puerto Ricans in Milwaukee showing love for Trump, and it was post election already. You know what I mean? Obviously, they're throwing the tag on there just because the word Trump is in there. Not it didn't say, there was no context at all. Just showing love for Trump, and their tag. That's the thing. They're throwing it on fucking everything that's not official. And the chat, several people in the chat, including Davey, excuse me, sorry, are pointing out it's if they didn't want to be caught, they wouldn't have been caught. Like, they own the media, they own all of this shit. This is all about division, and it's about pitting people against each other, man. Splitting that line, or widening that cavern, that crack into a cavern, crevasse. Sorry.
well, and what's weird to me too is the fact that like
It's the Jews, Jeff O'Donnell. It's the Jews, bro. But go ahead, Sim. Sorry.
uh, oh, you're gonna Susan Wojcicki is gonna come after my channel now. I just read that comment. I do want to.
Guilt by association now, man. See, you shouldn't say that. I was trying to move on.
As long as we're going to go down in that rabbit hole, though, Ben Shapiro stuck his foot in his mouth once again by I guess by saying something that like students shouldn't like take out college loans if they don't plan on being serious with college, which on its face I kind of agree with, but at the same time, one of the Daily Wire's primary backers, I guess, is big into the student loan game too. So
Speaking of which, oh, you just made me. Ooh, okay. Go ahead. I have something you can put on screen that I found earlier. I thought it was really funny. Um, Ben Shapiro having like Dom fetishes of AOC in these Twitter posts, talking about him stepping on his neck, and it's really funny. But yeah.
I actually saw this meme earlier.
Did you? Okay.
Earlier. Yeah, that's
it's funny stuff, man.
I mean, there's all sorts of weird stuff coming out on the internet today too. I found out that there's this porn star that's been grifting for as part of like the MAGA movement for like the past 5 years now, and it's weird because she's claiming to be like a conservative Christian, and yet she's doing porn too. So I don't know.
You're talking about the right wing. What's her name? Well, there's been so many of them, but that's actually it's a good topic, because there's that one that's been hanging out with Fuentes and various other.
No, not her.
Well, but she exists. She exists, though. They're all cut from the same cloth, it would seem.
Yeah, no.
A lot of them.
There's one that just popped up on my radar, and shoot, I just posted it on Reddit.
I'm sure she's legit.
I just posted it on Reddit and I'm blanking on already. Um so
Yeah, well,
oh
Lady
oh
MAGA.
Brandy Love, I guess is her name. So
Oh my fucking, are you kidding me, dude? Brandy Love's been a porn star for ever.
yeah, which I knew that, but I had no idea that she was. I had no idea that she was part of that she was part of the MAGA thing until
Bro, come on, Sam. That for real? That's you mean part of the MAGA grift, the MAGA grifters? Is that what you mean? Because that's what it sounds. I mean, I don't know. Okay. I don't. Maybe I shouldn't judge a book by its porno cover and all the times I've seen it fucked. But um, you know, maybe that's just me.
uh
Sorry, man.
this this conversation is definitely going to get clipped by Bruce City. I feel like,
Yeah.
but
I doubt it.
yeah, she was. I actually, it's interesting that people bring up the voting machines because that's actually she was the one who commented on like a Twitter thread I was following on the voting machines, and somehow she thinks that I'm sure it was a joke, but she said something like, "Yeah, and they're going to use the same software to hijack my vote for porn star of the year or whatever the award is called." But
Hey, that you know what? I'm sorry. This is maybe a hard segue, but that's something we didn't discuss at all. What do you? How do you feel about Sidney Powell and this whole Tucker Carlson and evidence and the Kraken? Like, what the fuck is going on there?
that's
Do you
that
buy that?
that's not a hard segue at all. I feel like with the whole thing with the Kraken, it's just like it's another October surprise. Um,
A
what?
bunch of bullshit, basically. Yeah, a bunch of hoopla.
Well, we don't know. Here's the thing: we don't know what it is yet, do we? So, I mean, I've heard rumors, but all I've
Well,
heard
she
is
said a bunch of shit. She said I mean, she's made a bunch of vague accusations about what evidence like the evidence she has proves, but she has not provided any of the said evidence to anybody at this point. And I mean, I get the legal argument, like the shit needs fuck, compromising your position for a story, but I mean, the public deserves to know this shit. Like I don't know, man. Like I feel like I'm incapable of understanding the full depth of a lot of the in quotes war that's going on a lot of these levels here, man. Both politically and I mean politically spread abroad. Because politics affects everything, and everything affects politics. Everything that has money, anyway. Everything that affects us has influence on politics. So Facebook and the Twitters, yeah, I mean, what I'm saying. I hope.
the press conference was very specific, according to a storm of wrenches, which interestingly enough, when I tried to view the press conference that Sidney Powell said, I couldn't catch it when it was live because I was busy, but I tried to go back and watch the replay, and it said that the video was unavailable. So that's a little odd to me that the stream would be unavailable. And I mean, I know YouTube takes forever to process stuff, but usually, with like higher level channels like that, um, that's not the case. So, and yes, folks, I realize that.
It's just like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, that's a I will take that as a compliment as someone who admired Steve Jobs as far as people in tech are concerned.
Yeah, no, Storm of Wrenches does point out a point or make a good point. I wasn't actually like suggesting that the public needs to know that information first. I definitely do not agree with that, especially with something this serious. But um, I guess it was more prodding at the idea of Tucker feeling like the public needs to know, and you know, kind of, I don't know. I don't really know because it seems like he seems like he's being Tucker, but
and
uh,
and to
I don't know.
that I will say I don't really know what to make of that because I had a bunch of people in my DMs when he said that, when he was questioning her, they were like, "Oh, Tucker has sold out. He's going for for Fox News now, and fuck Tucker and all that." But then, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. But I don't know. I don't know for a fact that he is, that he has gone the way of
Yeah,
Fox.
dude, Shovel. I mean, Shovel as usual, fucking right on point. Trump wins in the courts, rightfully so, and plays into their quote unquote dictator scenario, and the violence erupts afterwards. I mean, I think I said it on air that this whole all of this shit is just to this whole election fraud shit is just to replace Russia with election fraud, and it's even more egregious because it's so in again it's in on every fucking thing that doesn't even has Trump's name on it for the last several weeks. It's pummeling anyone that watches TV or uses the internet. Period. Um, which is basically everyone, So it's division, and it's it's working. It's working pretty well.
And I feel like I feel like riots are going to happen
Yeah, exactly.
regardless
Yeah,
from the left though too, because I have read some batshit crazy articles for some like batshit crazy blogs from some of these lefties out there. Granted, they're just people on the internet, but still, saying stuff like we need to have the Nuremberg trials for Trump supporters and for people like Milo and for people like Alex Jones, and I mean,
man, I just don't see. I really just don't see the American people at large accepting any real form of communism. I mean, they may be spread, you know, people that buy the shit. Like, I don't know, dude. I just don't. My experience, and I admittedly I haven't been to every corner of the country, but I just don't see it, man. You know, I don't. It
well,
would be there's I don't know. Not right now anyway. I mean, people are pretty fucking sheepish, but um, I mean, the support and rallies for Trump is pretty counter to the idea that we're all, everyone's already beaten us into submission. A lot of people are, and a lot of stupid people, and some smart people, or maybe not smart, but not stupid.
well,
But
this is what
go ahead, sorry.
this is what I'm kind of this is what I was talking actually with Interest of Stuff last night, because I called into his show, and Interest of Stuff isn't really a political guy, but the conversation that we had was how the internet just seems to amplify the worst of the worst in terms of the extremist voices. And right now, who are the extremists? They're the big lefties. They're the they're the SJW and the the feminist people, and then on the flip side you have the you know neo-Nazi larpers who like to pretend that they support Trump and whatnot. So, and it's just the internet amplifying the most extreme voices out there and then saying, oh, this is the whole of society when it's clearly not. So, because chaos creates better algorithms, and algorithms equal money for big tech and whatnot. Oh, that's the other thing I want to touch on. Did you see the Ted Cruz big tech summit?
No, I saw some hoopla about it, but I didn't actually see it.
Well, you didn't miss much of anything because it was essentially the same thing that has happened before, which is big tech is censoring conservatives. So what are we going to do
A lot
about?
of Yeah, a lot of huffing and puffing, right?
Yeah.
I assume.
So what are we going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. Which it,
Sorry.
which is how most of these hearings go. So
Yeah.
it's
I mean, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I mean, the mask thing, that's another thing. I feel like the shit's so hyped, that shit's so pushed in our face. I go everywhere with no fucking mask on my face. And nobody says shit except Guitar Center. That's the only place that's literally refused to serve me. So, but most people, the people that work there that are supposed to tell you to put it on, when you look at them and smile and say, "How you doing today?" And they say, "Fine, thank you," and you walk the fuck in the store, they may say, "Sir, can you put a mask on?" You say, "No, I'm not. I don't actually want to wear one. I don't need to wear one. I'm not sick." If I've had a couple of you know talks with managers, but I'm like, "You're stepping closer to me than 6 foot. I'm keeping distance. I'm not sick. You don't want my money? I will walk out." And that's ultimately what happened at Guitar Center. But everywhere else has been like, "All right, you know what? I get it. That's fine. This is my job. I have to tell you to do this, but I can't make you." So, and it's been the same, literally fucking every gas station, every grocery store, every fucking where. I'm not sick, so I'm not putting a fucking mask on my face. Um, and you're not going to make me. And if you're going to try, I won't spend my money there. And if enough people, and it doesn't, I don't think we're even fucking close, at least in my neck of the woods, to I've seen videos of people fucking beating customers, fellow customers for not wearing a mask or whatever, shame, yelling at them and shit. But I mean, stand the fuck up for yourself.
what
What are they doing to hurt you? Yelling at you. Fuck you. This is
and
America.
and Josh says magazines have masked models now. Oh yeah, they've had masked models since the
That's dude. They're pushing it. They're pushing all of this shit, and they're pushing hard. And I mean, everyone's right to be concerned about it. But I don't think enough people are on board. I really, I mean, it seems like it because everything we consume is owned by the same fucking group of people, the same company. I mean, we all know that chart of the American flag or the American flag with the corporations or whatever. I remember seeing that when I
yeah.
was young. I'm sure that's changed a little bit, but it's effectively the same idea. It's same with the media. It's all from the same fucking place. Fox News, CNN. Um, you know,
News Corps basically.
well, right, but even beyond just the news, the mainstream media and shit. It's incredibly, to me and most people, it seems obvious that uh, I don't know. I don't know the point that I was trying to make there, but the main point I was trying to make is I don't think that the American spirit is that crushed. I mean, a lot of this younger generation, um, is a little bit delusional. But realistically, I mean, we've got the Kyle Rittenhouses who, uh, praise be upon him, is now out of jail on a $2 million bond and posted immediately with a Black Rifle Coffee T-shirt on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
mean,
saw that.
yeah, if I mean, and how old is he? He's like 17, 18, isn't he? He's pretty young.
Yeah, and then there was outrage because I guess someone found out that he used his like stimulus check to buy the
Mm-hmm.
the gun
Yep.
and to buy, which first
Good
off,
for him.
I don't
Good
know.
for fucking him,
I
first
don't
off.
I don't know how I don't know how they found that out, but okay, good for him. You know, he I guess he put it to good use, depending on how you look at it.
But
So
I mean, a pedophile, a domestic abuser, and I forget the last one. But yeah, I would say so.
well,
Defending himself. It's not like he went looking for them.
yeah.
Although I'm sure they'll try to argue that in court, but
Evil
I don't.
Evil Eric asks, "How can they prove he used that money? Literally impossible." Yeah, well, that's what I'm asking, Evil Eric. I don't know.
Well, apparently a friend. I think the story is a friend reported, like a close friend of Rittenhouse reported that, you know, he was there when he got the money and either said that he was going to go buy it or was with him when he bought it. I can't remember exactly, but that's where that's how that thread of that story goes. Apparently, from what I recall.
Yeah, he could have
Um,
he could have just been fucking with them for all we know.
well, I mean, in this day and age, yeah, the kid could very well be looking for clout. Yeah, exactly. But no, Eric also points out or makes a good point that the mask thing is more fucking insane than most people realize, because I think partially because they're stupid, but partially because they're scared and they've been scared and they've got reason to be, because like everything else I've been saying for the last 20 minutes, they have been bombarded in the newspaper, local newspaper, the fucking TV, the internet, their phone, their laptop, at work. Everybody at fucking work is talking about. I mean, I fell into this shit early on too. I mean, when I saw China locking shit down, I was fucking scared. I was like, holy shit, dude, they're not going to do this for no reason. China's fucking, they're all about face. And I got worried. I never put on a mask. But then, I mean, obviously, I've been on the show since then. So, my thoughts on the thing is clear in real time. But that's why I refuse to wear one, man, because I've not been I've not been very good at many things, but this is one thing I feel it's important to explain to people in the best of my ability, and just lead by example. I mean, the point is to lead by example, because most people don't want to fucking wear it. They don't feel the need to wear it. They think they have to. And if more people are not wearing it, I was walking around Sam's Club the other day, and there's fucking probably 150 people in the store. And when I first walked in, the carts are always fucking stuck, man. There's like the little buckles get stuck on each other, so the carts get stuck together. So I was undoing one for myself, and a couple old ladies walked up, and I did some carts for them. And the third or fourth little old black lady was like, "No, I know this ain't your job, young man." I'm like, "Well, no, but it's the polite thing to do." She started like, "You're so sweet." And I took my cart and I walked in the store. The greeter who's standing there and supposed to tell me I was supposed to put a mask on, I smiled at and said, "How you doing today?" She said, "I'm doing well, thank you." And I kept walking. And halfway through the store, I saw this couple. And the second time I saw them looking at me, the lady took her mask off and put it in her fucking jacket pocket. She's like, "Oh well, fuck. I'm not. I mean, if everybody's not going to do it, then I'm not going to do it. I don't think I need to do it unless everybody's doing it."
What?
So, I mean, the little shit like that makes a difference. And I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't care about other people's health, but fuck you. If you're not sick, you shouldn't fucking. If you're sick, don't go out in public, motherfucker. You learned that in kindergarten. You learned that in first grade. I did. wash your hands before you eat. You know, the basic fucking hygiene. How is this revelation in 2020? How is this forced government mandated shit? I mean, it is more insane than people realize, and it makes me crazy.
I
um,
I
but
I do the move where like I'll wear the mask like into wherever, and then I'll take it off like as soon as I get past the you know greeting person like at Walmart, so or like past the front desk at the bookstore. That's what I tend to do. Uh, did you hear what I just said, or did
no, nope. You said your move, and then I lost you completely.
no? I said
Your move is
I do the move of like if I'm at Walmart or something, I'll put the mask on like from the car, to the entrance, and like once I'm past the greeter, then I'll take it off or you know whatnot because
well. I
uh,
mean, I respect the hustle, man, but wearing it from the car to the store is the last thing you should be doing because you're out in the open fucking air. And I mean, I mean, the thing is, I don't want to tell anybody what to do, but I just want people to see that their ideas that this is fucking insane and they shouldn't have to fog their glasses up. Like
right.
I see people literally, like especially elderly, like they're like lifting their glasses up and shit, trying to see things in the grocery store. It's like, oh, what are
Well,
you looking for, sir? What are you looking for? Can I help you? I'll
well,
stand over here, but let me help you.
well, you. I don't know if you heard this, but that was exactly what Fauci was proposing like a few months ago. Was that people wear, like eyeglasses or sunglasses everywhere now, in addition to masks, because
Yeah, the goggles thing. Yeah, which he backed off on.
which,
Fauci's a fucking joke, dude.
yeah, I mean, I, I think I think we've all figured that out now.
Yeah, yeah, I think
And
so.
I mean, like I don't think it was a good idea for Trump to say that he was going to fire him. Like 2 days before the election. Not because I disagree with that. I absolutely think Trump should if he ends up, keeping the presidency. But I think it would have been one of those things that would have been, kept better under wraps. Um, so, Johnny says, you just need to walk up to them and draw a penis in the fog. Which, yeah, that works, Johnny, for
You
sure.
know what? I'm uniquely capable of drawing a penis in the fog on of the lens of someone's eyeglasses because it's tiny. I'm right there with you, Johnny. Yep, my dick's tiny, so I can draw a tiny dick on the fogged lenses of these old people's glasses. Bam, got him. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Evil Eric. Well, Johnny just made it real. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. I know where we're at.
It
Fog it.
it
Fog it.
it always comes back to
Dicks and feet.
it always comes back to it always comes back to dicks, feet, and tits on this program.
Oh man, what a shame.
Three three of our favorite things.
A few of our these are a few of my favorite things. This is just Dick's feet, and what was the other one? I forgot already.
Boobs.
Mm.
How,
Right, right. Dick, I
how,
like how Dick's is first.
oh,
All
well,
right, so Dominion voting machines. There's some dicks, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of dicks, yeah. So apparently, apparently from what I'm hearing, the Dems were claiming that, oh well, Dominion, that was they were the ones that hijacked the election for Trump in 2016. That's their whole new angle on Dominion, I
I
guess.
see. I see. Well, I mean, I heard like weird rumors about the military seasoned servers in Germany. Um, like, I mean, I've heard that's the thing is like I've heard all kinds of wild shit from both sides of this thing, and it's just like anything else over the last few years. It's like I don't. I mean, if I didn't have a job, I would be a fucking crazy person, even more so. But I have bills to pay. I can't like research the shit like I want to, and I instead I just numb my brain with alcohol and marijuana, uh, and talk to you and the internet instead, and pretend I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, and it's interesting because I'm looking here at Google, and of course, all the websites here are saying stuff like, "No, no, Dominion didn't hijack the election." So
Oh, of course.
they're all saying that that's
Why would they?
false. So, oh, and I guess Dominion in Denver, Col- is in Denver, Colorado. So that's in
One of them. Apparently, they've got like servers all over the place.
well, that's where they're headquartered, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm
Okay.
from what I'm understanding. Uh,
Yeah, man. Like, the thing is like voter and election fraud. I'm pretty sure has been going on for fucking ever, for like a long time. They've been cheating in different ways forever. It's just I don't think any just like I don't know another good example, but I don't think there's ever been a president that's done. Well, hold the fucking phone. This is all bullshit. It's all fake. And I pointed out maybe I know maybe privately or on the show I don't remember, but Razor Fist called his call on this thing was the Arizona where he is from Arizona midterms the voter mail-in shit that happened there was like like a test run for the 2020 primary or presidential election, and he made a good case from what I could tell. And I hate that I still like the dude, but I've watched him for years for his political takes. He's his shtick is fucking ridiculous, but um, you know, I mean, I like content, so. But anyway, um, yeah, that's I really don't know. I don't know what the fucking answer is. I think honestly, it seems to me pointless to really focus that much energy on it at this point. And I don't. That's why I don't. And I never did. I never. That's why I never paid attention to politics when I was growing up. Fuck that shit. I had drugs to do and pussy to get. You know. And by pussy, yes, I mean dudes, Johnny.
yeah, yeah, or Bussy, I guess, would be Johnny's preferred
Oh
term.
Jesus Christ! I forgot about that. Oh, that's horrifying.
term.
Bussy or bussy? Ugh.
I, 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 I,
Ugh.
I don't know. I'm not oh so American, so I'm not gay, but
Also, de maricon. Come on, man. De maricon. Get that Hispanic in there, Sammy. Come on. You can
I,
do it. I'm
I'm,
just kidding.
I'm one of those proud English, only speaking mofos, but yeah, Yeah, I definitely agree with Johnny that Dominion has been rigging elections for a long time, which begs the question because
Yeah.
you get these people out there like Joe Rogan who
Ugh.
say stuff like, "Well, if we can do taxes online, we should be able to vote online," and it's like this shit that's going on right now is why online voting is not a good idea. I mean, hell, doing schoolwork, doing classwork online has been a fucking problem for me somewhat this semester. Do you really think fucking voting online would be that much better? Because I don't.
Well, I mean, it's like the argument that people make is like, well, you bank online. Like, yeah, and people's fucking bank accounts get hacked all the fucking time. Now, if you think people really put their focused money and effort on it, like a government organization, you bet your fucking ass they could subvert, an entirely electronic from the mother some fat fuck's couch to the voting booth via their phone or laptop or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. But the problem, I mean, there's no integrity to any of this shit anymore. Nobody trusts any of this shit anymore. And that's the real, I mean, that's the real divide, I think, is people like, I mean, there's the American ideal and then there's the America that's we've been subjugated to that's, trying to fucking take us down with it effectively. And what that means, what we hold on to, and because the not sinking ship part, I guess you could call the rats of the in this metaphor, will be the ones that the Americans will survive. It's not. I don't think. Ah, man, I don't know, though, dude. Money buys a lot, but it won't be the first time the American spirit, won freedom. Although it didn't last even 100 fucking years. So, but I mean, maybe a meteor strikes, and we don't need to worry about it.
I mean that. I mean, honestly, dude, with the way 2020 is going, it wouldn't surprise me if there were a meteor strike or some.
Volcanoes, fucking massive earthquakes all over the fucking place. Just bring it. Let's go. Let's get it over with.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
tw- that should be the new slogan. That should be like the slogan for 2021. Let's get this shit over with. So, and I love this. One thing I've noticed is with all these Biden supporters too, dude. They they're talking about how COVID is, oh, COVID is on its way out now that Biden is the president elect. Clearly, that's not the case.
From the office of the president elect, they keep fucking sticking him in front of, things in front of, and, insignias on the screen when he speaks. There's no fucking such thing. There's no such office. The president elect. That doesn't exist. That's fucking. That is there's a literal term for it, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's a brainwashing fucking tactic. Effectively, just like all this other shit that I keep ranting about. Stick a tag on it. This isn't real. This is fake news. This election has been decided otherwise, and now they've started changing the tags up, but they all say the same fucking thing. You know, it's insane, man. It's wild.
Oh yeah, it really totally is. Um, and the fact that people think that COVID is going to go away under Biden, that's what really like that's what really makes me laugh. Is it's like
Well, yeah, yeah, dude. Go ahead.
is like that's not going to be the case. And if you think it is, well then you're dumber than I thought. So
Yeah. Well, dude, again, those are the same people that are strapping these masks on, even though they don't want to. They really don't want to, but they think they. I mean, again, I don't think they're all. I know for a fact they're not all fucking brain dead drones. They are still under the impression that they're doing good. That like they're being American. This is the we're being American by sacrificing my own fucking personal space and oxygen for the sake of others that I can easily stay away from and who can stay away from me, as they do and have every fucking day since I've been alive. That's how is this crazy? Um, yeah, so I don't think that enough people are buying it, man, and it's not going to go on long enough. But yeah, I think the same people again that believed that the virus would just vanish when Biden got elected, or that he would miraculously take care of it, or something like that. It's all it's the line that they were trying to sell, a return to normalcy. Like just put us back in power and everything will be fine. We'll turn off the fucking hot water. You can stop. We'll stop boiling you frogs. You know,
Well, well,
effective, right?
well. That's what they think is going to happen, but you know,
Well, that's. I mean, yeah. I mean, that seems to be their tactic, is what I mean.
but that's not going to be that's but that's not going to be the case. They're going to keep turning the heat up gradually. I mean, think about it this way, dude. The Patriot Act was put into place after 9/11, which was almost 20 years ago now. Believe it or not. I was like, I was 5 when that whole thing happened. And, the Patriot Act, it was only supposed to be temporary, right? And 20 years on, we're still dealing with the same old shit. So from the Patriot Act. So what's not to say that this is, I hate to say this, but COVID, at least the way the government and the media is portraying it, it's like the new 9/11 as far
Yeah,
as
that's the
far
way. That's 100, dude. That's right on fucking point. That's the way they're pushing it. And coupled with the election, quote unquote fraud. Well, I mean, almost certainly fraud, but just not the way they're trying to frame it. Like they're trying to traumatize people, and Shovel Point uses an excellent word. The level of acquiescence is sickening, and people don't want to do it. And I mean, I think more people don't want to do it than want to, and I think that the people that want to are just more active on the internet and social media, and calling people for interviews and just being loud. Everyone else is just holding up and taking care of themselves and looking after the people they, you know what I mean, making sure their shit's in order. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to talk. They're not like you and me. They're not talking on the internet. I I mean, you can still do that. People still do that. They can still do both. I'm just saying that, like, they're not looking for interviews on CNN to talk about how Donald Trump has negatively impacted their life as a Latino who illegally crossed the border, or some crazy shit. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit like that.
now
Clout
here
chasers.
now here's something else I had in my notes, which I kind of find it does relate to this whole COVID thing. But did you hear that
Did you say Jew?
I
Sorry.
I might have. I said no.
Just kidding, man. I'm sorry.
I said did you? Oh,
Oh.
damn it! Now you've got me. Now you've got me saying it. Did you?
Did Jews? All right, go on. Did Jews finish the question? Go ahead, man. I know what you mean. I'm just kidding.
Dude, dude, no. Here's how I can phrase it. Did the Jews give Bill de Blasio an Emmy for the coronavirus reports that he did? Yes, they did.
Did they really?
Yep.
Whoa, I didn't know that. I saw that Cuomo was going to win something for his response and leadership during the coronavirus. Like,
It might have been
I,
him. It might have been him.
I think it was Cuomo, dude. I'm pretty
Well,
sure it was Cuomo. They're giving him something, and it is. I really wish I had a fucking horn, fucking to honk right now, because that is straight fucking clown world shit. That is upside down world. I don't even know, man.
it
I
really
don't even know what to
is.
say
And
about that.
in fact, like here, I hate going to NPR, but like this is how ridiculous things. Like even NPR reports New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to receive international Emmy for masterful COVID-19 briefings. That's the headline from
Ugh.
that.
Ugh.
I know.
Yeah, go
Like
ahead.
so, like I didn't even
Yeah, they.
I didn't even know that newscasts were like I didn't even know that most newscasts could even like get Emmys. Like I know that they have like their own awards thing in the in the media business, but like an
It's
Emmy
fucking insane.
like it's insane. So
That's fucking insane. Yeah, it's literally insane. And but again, they're putting all this shit in your face, and like we're led to believe that this is just what everyone accepts. Like that's the premise that they try to portray by giving this award and putting it other prominent people that you've seen on TV telling you things that are supposed to matter because they're important supposedly, putting them around them, and like it's a fucking brainwashing campaign. And there it is, the fucking I picture it like the old, like on the Titanic movie, or any movie with an old ship where it's operated by that louver where they move it, uh like crank that fucking shit, uh maybe not all the way forward, but damn it, what's the term, the boating term, the shipping term for full speed ahead? I don't know. Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm not gonna read the full article here, but but this line I do have to read because it cracks me up. The governor's 111 daily briefings worked so well because he effectively created television shows with characters, plot lines, and stories of success and failure, the Academy's president and CEO Bruce Paisner explained in a statement announcing the decision. So let me get this straight. So the Emmys are literally looking at the shit like it's an actual television show. If that's
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, like that sounds like he created television shows with characters, like kids shows or something, like a fucking sitcom or something. What
that,
are they
that
talking about?
that's pretty much what the guy is saying. He's saying, I'll read this
But
again.
how? Yeah, but how is that? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I'll read this again. The governor's 111 daily briefings worked so well because he effectively created television shows with characters, plot lines, and stories of success and failure. Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Oh, okay. Now I think I get I didn't watch his daily fucking briefings because he's a faggot, but I watched some of them,
Neither did
and
I.
I'm assuming by the second listening to that he was he was literally doing theater to try and sell people on the idea of COVID. So he was creating characters and storylines in his daily briefings, mostly, I would imagine, fantasy, created in his own imagination or through his team, creative team,
Yep.
to sell people like Hansel and Gretel type COVID stories for the modern age. Some creative writer, some liberal arts student graduate that has just been gnawing at the fucking bit for 10 years, 5 years. I don't know, man. But yeah, like that's again, that's peak fucking. Since when does a politician? How is that? Since when does a politician need to create characters and tell stories, effectively make up television shows? I mean, the argument, I guess, would be, well, since when has there been a pandemic? Well, I don't know. Not in my lifetime yet. So I don't know, man. Like it's really hard to argue this shit with people that believe it, that really believe it.
Will in the comment says between two nips with Nips Cuomo, which that's true, honestly. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that the way the media has been treating it, they have been treating it effectively like it's like some drama or something like this. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know. No, they've been treating it like it's a fucking zombie outbreak, and at large, generally, largely speaking. But this in particular was
to me, it seems like that they've been treating it like it's a war almost.
Yeah,
like we're at war. Even Trump, to a certain extent, has done that.
Well, they. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there is definitely fucking war happening right now, politically and technologically. I just don't have the perception to perceive. I don't have the ability to perceive it all. But I don't know. There's just a lot of weird shit going on, and I don't know how to make heads or tails of a lot of it. But I don't have the time to figure most of it out.
I mean, look, dude. I mean, I've been doing politics for a long ass time, as you know, and as everyone here knows. But there's so much going on with this whole COVID thing, and just with politics in general now. And there's so much information out there in regards to all this stuff that it can be hard sometimes, and I'm not necessarily complaining, but it can be hard to process it all and make sense of it all at times.
Well, no, that's what I mean, I've been saying that for a while now, dude. It's like, I feel like almost since Trump got elected, but certainly shortly thereafter, it has become increasingly difficult to do independent research on really anything of consequence. Excuse me, sorry.
Well, and then
because it's so you're inundated, because all you can do is search on the main platform. You can use alternative search platforms and stuff, but like it's so difficult. you have to network with people that have, and find people that aren't fucking just shit posting or trolling, or you know what I mean, to sift through, or people that have sifted through this information prior to you finding it. I don't know. It's hard, man. It's definitely difficult, which is why I don't know. I think it's more important that people communicate with each other than ever, which is what I was trying to say, I think, last week. more or less about not about, reaching a fucking helping hand out to the tree hugging faggots burning shit down, and trying to defund police and shit like that. Fuck those communist pieces of shit. I'm talking about, and if they're in your family, yeah, that's a hard line to draw, and I'm not going to tell you where it is. But like, I'm just saying, like the people in your life, the people you've known, and that are all of a sudden thrown into a tizzy by the recent political and social unrest. I don't think we should immediately throw them off to the side because they don't get it right now. You know what I mean? Like, or
Right.
put them on the firing line. Put them on the firing line, rather. I mean, you can put them on the back burner for sure, but
Well,
we shouldn't throw people away like that unless, I mean, you make your own decisions, but shit's just so hot right now. The people, I live in a fucking farm ass town, old ass motherfuckers, several World War II and a couple of World War II and several Vietnam vets, and nobody's seen any fucking, even the Vietnam vets especially. There's one in particular. It's like, dude, he tells me all kinds of crazy stories about coming back, the way people treated him, and the way just vets were treated in general. And he's like, this shit's this shit's scary. When old timers you look at and you're like, all right, that's a hard ass old man right there. And he's like, I'm fucking this. I'm scared, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now, but
yeah.
it's like, okay, so my panic is not unwarranted because, your experience dictates equal or maybe even greater panic than mine because, I'm, numb to the world thanks to the culture I was raised under.
Well, and that's a lot of us for you and I, like for the most part, you and I both grew up in a pretty like
Yeah,
we grew up in a pretty non-confrontational society. At least we did. I know that
yeah.
I know that a few of the members in the chat here have had they've gotten into they've had some shit happen in their lives and have come through it and whatnot, and God bless them for doing so. But like other than 9/11, really this is the first time in my life where I feel like shit's getting real and we're really finding out who people truly are right now.
Well, I you've said some disparaging things about my age before on the show, and I think it was a slip of the tongue. You said I was like 15 years older than you or some shit, but
Yeah.
I'm only like I'm like 9 years older than you or somewhere in that range, which is not much further. But
No,
I was a
yeah.
little bit older than you when 9/11 went down, and I remember that, and I remember I was in fucking 8th grade, and I went into science fucking class, my second period, when my science teacher his fat fucking ass solemnly scooted the TV into the room and turned it on, wouldn't say nothing. We just were watching the news. We're like, what the fuck is this? And then this loudspeaker literally every 5 seconds or so would call a student's name to go to the office and leave. And then I went home and watched the towers and shit. But anyway, like I remember the aftermath, and I remember I was too young to realize like the Patriot Act and all of that shit. All I saw was I grew up in like four great.
Apex, I think you're porn matrixing right now, dude. And did we lose him? Yep, we did. To answer Fat Heck Boy though, if Kamala truly thinks she won, why hasn't she given up the Senate seat, Sam? Well, that kind of goes back to a point I made earlier about you know. Oh, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, yeah,
Well, but I actually want to address that point though, man, because is it normal for politicians to immediately give up their seat before like an inauguration of some sort?
Uh, um, I mean,
Like if they hold a Senate seat and they get a VP or something like that, do they immediately give it up? I mean, I'm not, again, I've not paid a whole lot of attention to politics, so I don't know. Is that because that seems like, I mean, I wouldn't quit my old job until I started my new job officially. You know what I mean? Even though I've got an interview and
yeah.
quote unquote am hired, you know what I mean? Got it in the bag until I'm fucking, you know, sign, the, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't know. It just seems like,
I guess from what I understand, from what I remember, I think Obama gave up his Senate seat in Chicago. Like pretty much right after he got uh elected, and so I think people might be a little shocked that she's not doing that, but you know, it could be nothing, or she could be, concerned that they don't actually have this in the bag yet. But let's see. Johnny Johnny said I'm young enough that I could be his son, and that he's lucky he isn't because he because he beat me. No, I mean, I don't think that Johnny would beat me per se. I think he
well, I think Johnny's forgetting about that Stark Industries rape death machine that you're rolling around on, because that's canon.
yeah, that is canon. That is canon now. So Johnny says I really would beat you. Well, I would.
You're welcome, by the way.
Well, I would probably, I would probably hit Johnny back or something. Not gonna lie. So,
It would hurt. It would hurt him more than it would hurt you, though.
Well, that's what he would tell.
Like a good dad. That's what he would tell me, right?
That's what he would tell me. So, I feel like. I feel like Zenit Ford would definitely beat me, more so than Johnny even. So
You saying Johnny would hold Zenit back? Is that what you're saying?
no, I'm saying I think at this point
They would take turns beating you.
probably. Johnny also says it would be more of a misery situation, which that's just cold, Johnny. I do get that reference.
Oh,
actually.
Zenit's in the chat. Oh, hi, Zenit.
I do get that reference, Johnny, and that is, I mean, I'm already crippled, so why would you hobble me yet again?
That's just fucking rude, man.
You know.
Am I still here? Can you still hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
So, yeah, no, I'm.
So, what's next on the Sam Whitfield thought dump?
Well, oh, I don't know what's next. We've kind of we've kind of run through all of the topics that I had on the docket. The only other thing I will say is I watched, for some reason this weekend I felt kind of compelled to watch the Star Trek movies, not the TV show, but the actual original movies, because the Critical Drinker was doing reviews on them. So, and they're pretty good for like late 70s, early 80s movies, I will say.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
But also I don't know. It kind of seems like Star Trek was proposing like a communist utopia as well, or something. I don't know, because they don't really have a currency, and like all these planets are like living together under like one giant UN. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely a communist utopia. Like it's propaganda, but it's still good. It's still good communist propaganda. It's it's entertaining as long as you don't like believe it to be real. Like any other movie or TV show. Like it's a movie, TV show. Like, yeah, that would be great. Communism is great on paper, bro. It's even better on screen, but not in real life. It's not. No, it doesn't work. it's, invisible aluminum and warp drives and
Yeah.
Ferengi Jew creatures, and man, I'm Jew heavy tonight. I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal is.
No, that's fine. And
no, it's fun. It's cool.
Just I'm not gonna get monetized anyway at this point, most likely, because I think I've talked about like boobs and feet and dicks on the stream too much to begin. So YouTube is never gonna monetize me anyway. But let's see.
The Cardassians. Oh yeah. Who are they? What race are the Cardassians, Sam?
The
real world.
In the real world, the Kardashians.
Yeah, your best approximation. Are they the Kardashians? No, they can't be, because they're like war heavy.
The Kardashians are freaks. I know that. So
no, the Cardassians in like the next. I don't know. They're in the next generation.
In TNG. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what species they are, but
Muslims maybe. I don't know. I really don't know, man. I was trying to. Will asked in the chat. Will said Cardassians in the chat, and I'm like, ooh. I don't. Something funny.
Maybe. I got Muslims from them, but I also kind of get like. It's weird. I kind of get Muslim vibes from the Klingons.
Oh no, bro! Klingons are blacks, bro.
Well, Klingons are blacks, but Klingons are also Russians too, because of the.
Okay, Black Russians. That's a thing, right?
I mean, in that fucking universe, it is not in the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Josh says in the chat, Cardassians are actual Nazis. That actually makes sense, because they are like. Yeah.
And
yes.
And
I think I like them. No, I'm just kidding.
And
all right, Romulans. Shit. They seem like a species of women, even though there's men, just because they're so fucking sneaky, subversive.
Are you saying that Romulans are Jewy?
No, that's the fucking the Ferengi. The Ferengi. They're all about the trade and stealing shit, and you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well,
the
yeah,
Ferengi have to be they've got the huge ears in place of and other
in
you know what I'm saying.
in place of the big nose is what you.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's where I was going. So it's
Um.
like,
Also, people in the chat love the critical drinker. They're all
of
saying.
course they fucking do. Critical drinkers the shit.
And I actually popped into one of Critical Drinker's streams, not like on there, but actually in the chat. And I've been trying to get him to come on the stream, maybe, but as he said, everyone is trying to book
He's
him
busy.
right
Of
now.
course, he's busy as fuck. Dude, I love that, man. Because I subscribed to that dude, admittedly, on my channel that's now deleted. So I resubscribed, more recently. But it had to be 3 years ago, 3 years ago. And he had less than 100,000 subscribers. And I think I remember his 50,000 mark. He was like, I don't know why people are watching this shit. Like, he's good. He's awesome. And he's apparently a great author. I have not read his books, which apparently you have,
His
which is good.
his books are he's been doing the book thing for like a long time too, like since before YouTube actually. I think I saw that like his first book is like back in 2009 or like 2010. So you know, it so he's been doing it for a while, but I guess this is the last book in his current series that he's doing, and then he's starting a new one next year, I guess. So
Good for him, man. Yeah. No, he's making it. I mean, he's charismatic as fuck. That that pretend drunk accent works well on YouTube, and the shit he talks is coherent and intelligent enough, and coupled with the pretend drunk accent, he does a
yeah,
good job.
well, and then
I do a real drunk accent, and it doesn't work well,
and
very,
then
very, very well.
if you've ever heard him like speak without the accent, he's pretty good too. So
Well, of course. I mean, it seems to be a professional. So
I I I feel like you two would get along really well on stream because you would be pretending to be drunk and you would actually
I doubt that would work.
you would actually be drunk, but here's the thing: is when Apex is drunk, he still makes sense. So, or maybe I just have drunk brain, so Apex makes sense to me. But I could be wrong.
I don't know, man.
Someone asked Jennifer asked in the chat if anything is happening with the bear lawsuit, and let's see. Johnny would.
I don't know, don't care. I don't know, don't care. Sorry.
Johnny would certainly know about that more. Johnny would certainly know more about that than I would, and I'm kind of in Apex's corner on that right now. I don't really know, and until something breaks, I don't really care either.
Yep, the country is on fire, my friends. Let the bears eat themselves asshole first, because that's what they're gonna do anyway.
I will say that I am looking forward to the inevitable collapse of Owen and Fox in their relationship. Oh, and then someone was also asking because I posted the Branded Love thing on Reddit. Someone asked in the on the GSK Reddit if Branded Love was going to join unauthorized, and the answer to that would be no.
Not that you know of. Who the fuck are you? A publisher, man? Are you an agent?
I would assume it when I would assume it when it
I
would.
would have assumed that Razor Fist wouldn't have joined that fucking stupid shit either. But lo and behold,
Well, but I mean, they already have.
she's a fucking porn star. I mean, he's the same. He's just the male version. Just doesn't get naked. He just whores himself in his opinions. She just whores her literal body parts, and is
Uh,
now using said clout vagina and just fucking pussy clout to shift into an obviously popular conservative MAGA quote unquote thing. Fuck that bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. That's probably not all I'm gonna say.
Well, I think she already has been, but I would be happy. I would be happy to. So
Yeah. You'll end up like fucking Lemmy. You'll end up Sammy Winks. Sammy Winks lost in fucking the porn star's vagina with ghosts of birds and catfish to guide you.
is that like a Legend of Zelda reference or something?
No, bro, that's Lemmy Winks. Come on, Lemmy Winks, the South Park episode. Lemmy Winks.
Oh yeah, that
Sammy Winks, Lemmy Winks. Come on. Shit. We live in South Park. I thought you would pick that up. 2020 is fucking South Park.
Yeah. Yeah, 2020 really is
Lemmy Winks. Lemmy Winks.
South Park. But let's see.
Oh shit, man. Why do you let me on your show again? What am I doing here?
Because you're entertaining and because
to me, right? You do this just for me. This is actually just the Apex hug box.
You're entertaining to me, and I will say this: you say the things in my mind that like I won't. So you'll be.
Oh man, Sammy, you're lucky my brain don't work faster because I could have made that a really gay joke. But I can't.
Well, I mean,
really stoned right now.
Johnny's already here, so
he's not in the chat to make it. He could bomb it though. Bring it. Well, listen. I very regularly bite my tongue because it's your channel, and I think the best way to get you views is to not filter, but also the way to not get you restricted is to filter somewhat. So it's finding that line.
Oh, and I don't filter very, very much, anymore. I used to filter way more than I
then I shouldn't be saying very many things that you don't want to say then. But at least at this point, right?
Well, I mean, we've gone from talking election fraud to somehow we wound up on the subject of porn stars grifting for Trump, and so the show's gone everywhere now, and
it's the Sammy Thought Dump. I don't know.
That was a great little gaffe on my part last week.
Your face was my favorite part of the whole thing. You said it and you're like, "Oh shit." and then you, of course, vocalized your.
Because I said that the Whitfield Report is basically a place to dump all my
thought
thoughts
dump.
out.
Yeah, it's a thought dump. Yeah.
And then I'm like,
yeah, it's a dump. Yeah, right. Of
and then
course.
and then I was like, okay, I'm like, oh shit, I see where the memes, like I saw the memes playing out in my head as I said. How like you say something and then like you say something and then you realize what you just said and you're like, oh shit, I actually just said that.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
That
The only difference, Sammy, is they can't see my face. They can just hear me stutter and sound like a fucking retard. And instead, they get to see your handsome face react like a human being. Instead, I'm just a voice in the dark.
Although there was the Scorpio birthday stream where we got
oof. Yeah, that was good. I can't listen. That could not have been more perfectly memeable. I can't be mad at it. I fucking hate that face so much, Sammy. But that's how my screen froze. When my screen froze like that, and I could tell that's why I made that face, because I could see everything else freezing. So I'm like, oh shit, and it's forever in the face folder of Saucin and Nacho and Brew. So yeah, that's my meme face apparently. Oh, and of course, a Storm of Wrenches and probably Johnny, although maybe not. Nacho liked it. The original Nacho.
We have
the DZ Nacho.
We have memes in the we have the same meme in the DZ. So and
is it an emoji? Is it an emoji now for real?
I think so.
Well, it doesn't matter. The point though is it's funny. I'm like the Scooby-Doo one. You saw this, of course. You saw the Scooby-Doo one that Nacho made, right? Nacho friend.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the Scooby-Doo meme.
That was good.
Oh no, Scooby! Sam's about to take it.
Sam's got his shirt up. Sam's getting naked again.
I love how
good shit, man.
I love how she got the steel. How she got the still frame of me with my shirt off, and I don't know how she managed to do this, but she managed to get me she managed to get a shot of my face looking like sinister or something like that. So it was.
No, listen. I do have to give thanks with both of my hands together to the queen of the internet for not putting any dicks in my mouth for the various times there were opportunities to do so, because she could have and would have and may still, especially since I just brought it up again. Am I a glutton for punishment, Sam?
Well,
shit.
Yeah, I mean there you go. So, but I mean,
well, there you go, Bucks.
That's just to kind of, I mean, I don't know why, but like, with all of the best memers I know, or some of the best memers I know, are women. Yep. But the other flip side, the other flip side of that is all of the women memers I know are the most crass, perverted memers that I know of.
But they're also some of, well, never mind. Yes, cosine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That was my signature sound. That was the sound of my signature. Oh man. So all right, what are we doing now, man? What's up?
Oh no, Christy wants to change the faces on the dumpster meme. Oh
Well,
no.
why? I mean, is that? Am I Gary the queer now? I don't think
Now,
that's fair. I
yeah,
don't. I don't think I deserve that.
yeah. Now to be fair, Zenit, uh,
I
Apex.
mean, no. Wait. Before you say anything, to be fair, Zenit helped me design my little brother's headstone. So put me up. At least put if you're gonna put me behind a dumpster, put that there too.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell are you guys posting in the DZ? Oh, there is some funny shit in here. But anyway, I mean, so any other topics? I guess one thing we could ask, with it being so close to Thanksgiving, is what are you thankful for, Apex Gamer? Or I know it's kind of been a hard.
Um,
I know it's kind of been a tough year.
no, I'm actually for. There's a lot to be thankful for, man. There always is. I mean, you just may not be accustomed to looking for it, but as I've said publicly a handful of times, I am quite thankful for the um, handful of people that I know online that I communicate with. You know, the DZ. I've not looked in there yet, so I don't know all the dick memes in my mouth and dumpster memes that are in there yet. But so I may revise this stance shortly. But just kidding. No, but I mean, you know, as you know, you're aware, and the audience is of, I've made an in real life connection via this small circle of people that I communicate with, and so I'm thankful for you, Sammy, the DZ. I'm thankful for all of my online friends, the very few real life friends that care to talk to me because I'm fucking retarded, and I'm hard to deal with. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be thankful for. My job, um, a roof over my head, a car that works, um, you know, clean water to drink,
Yeah,
shoes on my feet. I mean, you could go all day, man.
and
How about you?
I'm thankful for uh, you know, I'm thankful for a loving family. A mom and a dad who really gave their all, and continue to give their all to help me out, in life. And you know they they not only put up with the stuff I have to deal with, but they really help me through it. And that includes my stepdad as well, who's also um, wonderful. And obviously, I'm thankful for my my two close IL friends who, although they still live back in Denver, I try and keep in contact with them as much as I can. And I'm thankful for you, Apex, and all the other in the Danger Zone, and all the online friends who I've made, who honestly, it doesn't really feel like we're online friends, because we're so close, and we all have the same sense of humor. Um, so that's
Listen, Sam, don't be gay. That's my thing.
well, I'm not
I
being
know, I know.
I'm not
Sorry,
being
just
gay.
kidding.
I'm being sappy right now, which is, I guess, sort of gay.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
No,
just I'm grateful for this channel and being able to grow it somewhat, and I'm just thankful I've had the opportunities that I've had. So, and I'm thankful for everyone
Well,
in this chat too. So,
I am thankful first and foremost for the chat. The chat is king, always. No matter where you are, the chat wins. Period. Here and otherwise. But yeah, I'm all, you know what? I'm thankful for the things you're thankful for, because that sounds, I'm happy you have those things, man. You know, there's a bit of a misconception that you and I are like, we got, there's this bromance that but we actually don't talk a great deal offline. We both have lives, and but we do. I mean, we do talk, but it's not like the bromance. It seems like via the shows we do.
I mean,
But
we do and we don't. You've texted me a few times to make sure I'm all right, and vice versa. But
well, you're one of the very few people on the internet that have my phone number. That's a big deal. You're the first person.
which I am honored, and vice versa too. So,
Well, that's just weird, Sam. I thought it was something you did all the time. I thought it was like falling into like the Sammy cult.
well,
Now it's weird. Fuck. Shit. Damn. Fuck. Shit.
I do have a cult, but it's not. You're on the upper level because you have my number. So, but okay, now that kind of did sound.
That was really fucking gay, Sam. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, shit.
I mean, listen. Okay. I don't even know. I can't even. I have something must be happening because I've got 4 fucking Twitter followers in the last few minutes. Sammy and I are gay together from Florida to Indiana. We have a online gay relationship. It's the gayest thing in the world. Follow both of us and give Sammy money. Patreon.com /
Whitfield
fill in the
Report.
blank. Whitfield Report. There you go. Bam. Done. There you go.
And streamlabs.com /
Streamlabs.com / the Whitfield Report. Right?
Yep.
What's the other one? Anything else? OnlyFans? OnlyFans.com / the Whitfield Report. Run by Johnny Arcade. It's only got feet pics for now.
Yeah, run by John Arcade. That's nothing. Zen has your of course she does. Of course she does, Lissa. That's how I know if
Zen has what?
That's nothing. Zen has your SSN and your fingerprints. Well, that's really reassuring because I know if I go missing, Zen is the one to investigate my disappearance and whatnot. So it's
well, I can say confidently that Zen probably knows fucking anything she could want to know about me because I've listened to, perhaps, but it's because who the fuck cares? What do I have to hide?
I mean, at this point, yeah. The government and the NSA, they all have info on us and whatnot. So. But anyway, unless you have anything else.
Yep. Let's. Oh man. Nothing. Never mind. Let's end on the Lady Vipers of the DZ and remind everybody. Good night, motherfuckers, and remember.
I
Sorry.
I was gonna ask if any of the people in the DZ wanted to pop in on the stream, but
That's fine. I'm down with that. It's only 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, I'm kind of down with that too, but who knows? I will say this: we have an interesting. We did get an interesting new member of our Discord somehow.
I think it's Johnny Arcade.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's. We think it's a Johnny Arcade alt account, but.
Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
But who knows? It might not be. And supposedly that they don't watch the live stream. They listen to the audio podcast. But anyway,
At work.
Yeah. But anyway.
Okay, so are we gonna invite people on? Or are we gonna call it a night?
Yeah, I mean
Who wants to come in and talk shit?
I mean the other thing we could do is, I mean I haven't posted the link to the Discord in a while, so we could do that and see who joins.
We need some kind of screening system for that, man.
Yeah.
Post that we end up with like 6 motherfuckers in here.
Yeah, we really do. But
like a green room.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, how Discord works and shit like that. So.
All right. Well, so nobody's gonna come in. Oh, Johnny, fucking Arcade. What's up, dude?
Toodaloo. Screen this, faggot.
Toodaloo, you fucking queer. Whoa, Frank motherfucking Castle.
What's up,
homos?
What up, queer bo?
Take over now.
Yeah, this is it. It's done.
Yeah.
Get on the fucking floor.
We're like the NWO, man. We mob deep. We just keep coming from every fucking direction.
NWA? Did you say NWA?
I said NWO.
Oh, I'm sorry.
From the WWE, not the George Bush heralded NWO.
Niggas with attitude. Niggas with attitude.
No. That's a rap group.
It's a different thing. You're right.
Composed of
right.
black men.
Oh, right. African American gentlemen.
I don't know about gentlemen, but yeah, definitely.
Melanated fellas. We'll call them that. How about that?
We diversified. But like,
I think they were all the same though. I think they were all the same.
Vintage diversified. Well, yeah, but they were different from me. That's diverse. Man, I'm old school.
Yeah.
America is the world.
Oh, dude, how the fuck you doing, man?
I'm fine. Well, no,
Good.
I'm high. That's the equivalent these days.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to
literally
cope to the end of this. So, it can get worse or better or the same or sideways. Who the fuck knows? But, it's going to get something.
All right. I have to.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I shouldn't. Never mind.
He's going to poop.
No, I was gonna broach a topic since there were 2 of you gentlemen here. Or 2 you faggots, whatever.
It started as a jogging club. A gay jogging club.
I'm anything but gentle, fella.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna beat Sammy if he was your son. You poor bastard.
Anybody,
yeah,
if he was the son.
You're right, Gabe. It did start as a gay jogging club, and Owen took that from us, and then we changed it to a gay scooter club.
Yeah, but nobody had scooters.
Still has the meme of fucking Josh and Jolly on that scooter.
Oh my! I was like, okay. That seems like ancient history, but really, what was that, like 3 years ago? Almost 3 years ago? Something, 2.5? Something like that? Still,
Yeah.
that seems like a million years ago. Seriously. A long time.
That was a great picture. That was a great
There's
picture.
lots of, it's probably in the folder. Isn't everything in the folder? I mean, there's like this layer of everything that's meticulously organized, and then she left, and now it's just like a big fucking bucket full of stuff.
Man, what was that goddamn joke? I had a great
sure.
joke to go along with that jogging fucking meme.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more.
I remember it now. No, I don't. I think it was something like.
This can't possibly live up to the expectations now.
Oh yeah. The kind of guys who jog together, the kind of guys who fuck. Something.
Probably. It's why we're all carefully situated in different states.
Bro, I remember writing that joke in my head, walking down the fucking pier in San Francisco, like, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of guys with running shoes on here. I didn't know you go jogging with your pal.
Pal, what is that, like an army term? Buddy.
I think jogging means fuck.
Right. God damn. See, that's what I thought, and then it all turned into let's hang out and chit chat about a comedian, and then it got weird, and it stayed that way until now.
You want to be in a jogging club, Apex?
Certainly seems normal compared to what actually happened.
I thought it was welcome bit a long time ago, actually.
Well, I mean, what it morphed into. I mean, nobody mailed you a set of shoes with warnings triangles on each side.
I mean, they did though.
That wasn't us.
I did get.
I hope you didn't eat them. I hope you didn't.
No, they were gummy. They were gummy, and they were kind of dick shaped. But I fed them to my child anyway because he wanted them.
I want the shoes with the little triangle on the back that lights up when you step.
That would be some hot shit. But I mean, like, only to us. And what is there, like 9 of us left now?
It would be even. There was like a triangle on the tongue of the shoe that you could pump with your finger and pump your shoe up.
Let's put all the gimmicks in one shoe.
Yep.
Needs a little Velcro pouch on the side.
For the girls.
Little Velcro pouch on the side.
What?
No. Interchangeable heels on a Picatinny rail. How tall do you want your shoe to be today? Fuck yeah, I just solved all those problems.
I bet you could sell the shit out of some fucking high heels like that, bro.
Yeah, but only at night when everybody's fucking old, confused, drunk, or stoned. But yeah, totally.
No, I'll bet you, bro, if you made the heel look like the handle of a fucking pistol. So
of an AR-15.
So the shoe slid onto the fucking the heel actually looks like a gun and the shoe slid on. I bet you could
modular tactical heels.
Yep.
That's what's missing from this world.
Yep. Or
put some rails on some more shit.
AR-15 pointed straight downward.
Could be all kinds of shit.
I'm pretty sure that was actually like a concept for a James Bond gadget or something like that. But
you stop killing dreams.
No,
God damn it, bro.
No, I'm.
Now we're gonna get sued for infringement.
This is the part where I beat you and put you back in your fucking room.
Right.
Well, I mean,
put on your fucking bathrobe and stay in there.
Well, I mean, it's not really beating though, but if I like it, so.
Well, I mean, no, it still is. You just like it. That's all.
I think they call that flogging. I'm not sure.
Well, amongst others.
All right, hey dudes, I got a bail.
What? That was sudden.
Yep. Yeah, sorry. It is kind of sudden, but I will talk to you.
He's either got sex or bubble guts.
But no comment. I'll talk to you dudes later. Much love, Sammy. Good night, chat.
Be careful out there.
And the gamma's gone. So
If he doesn't come back in 24 hours, we should call the Coast Guard.
I don't think he.
I mean, and see what they're doing, you know?
I mean, he is landlocked, or I'm pretty sure he is landlocked.
Oh, no.
But
I'm going to have to open up another jar of weed tomorrow. It's been pretty good for a while.
But
what? You weren't still trying to be monetized, were you?
Oh no! I gave up on that dream a long time ago. I mean, I gave up on being monetized. Basically, when the whole thing with the big gay retard started.
Wow, the only part of that that's not a trigger word everywhere you go these days is the big part, and even then, it's like, why are you size shaming him? Seriously.
Yeah. And I love how people are like, well, he's a comedian. He got on stage. What did you do? And it's like, I was never trying to be a stand-up comedian in the first place.
We were just trying to be part of an audience. He made that difficult.
Yeah.
Apparently it was hilarious.
What? I mean, Gabe has a great comedic timing. He just made Johnny laugh hard,
and nobody knows why.
I was laughing at you.
Yeah, you're not being more specific. That doesn't help.
No, well, I wasn't laughing at you. I thought you were telling a joke when you said I was never trying to be a stand-up comedian.
Oh, you were laughing at me. Yeah, no, I was.
That was a joke.
I was never trying to be. Yeah, Well, let me put it this way.
I think Joe Earl pulled that one out on Owen.
Right.
Remember that dude?
Yeah, the other guy in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah,
that we've talked about.
Not only
other than Stephen Hawking, who apparently is like your leader or something. Not
only do I remember Joe Earl, I'm connected with him on Facebook. He was supposed to do the show like a while ago, and then
also he's slated to be the left hip in a rebirth of Crippletron.
Why don't you get him on the fucking show?
I should maybe before the end of the year, but
whatever they're saying.
I mean, at this point, probably the world is more likely. Like I was saying,
it's the way she goes, boys. It's the way she goes.
Like I was saying earlier, it would not surprise me if there were like a big, asteroid or anything.
I mean, I don't think we're going to get hit with the asteroid.
Sweet meteor of death.
Maybe we
That's what I voted for.
Maybe.
I think you need to worry more about people worrying about what other people are doing so much. I think that's the biggest problem now. People worrying about other fucking people.
Busybody culture.
Yep, that's the fucking meteor coming, man.
Snitches get stitches.
We are the meteor.
Everybody needs to two things you need to be able to fucking eyeball. How long the rope needs to be compared to how high the tree branch is. Just keep it in mind. Always be thinking.
I'm more dragging behind a horse van.
Behind a what van?
Dragging behind a horse.
Yeah, but we don't need to do it with a horse. You could do it like a motorcycle or a car or something. Just as easy. Much
Yeah, I
higher
feel like a
speed, so you
horse
get that
is
skip
symbolic.
effect. Skip, 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 skip.
I feel like a horse is symbolic, though. Plus, you
Well, it
could
can
ride a
totally be symbolic. You
like
can use
cactus.
the horse to hang them. You can use a couple of horses to pull them apart. I mean, the horses can be like totally in it. If you know, I mean, you're out west, you know.
I mean, if we're gonna pull people apart, dude, we're gonna use tractors.
I was just gonna say, why wouldn't you use a backhoe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just make a wish.
Man, we need like giant fucking slingshots is what we need. You know those things
It's not
they
that
have
hard to
where
make
you
either.
get in the ball? You know where you get in the ball and they shoot you straight in the fucking air?
Yeah, one of those.
Oh, the slingshots that they have it like, yeah, but we need one that like they're just like in a
We need
cup.
one with no seat. No fucking seat though.
Boom. Oh yeah, that'd be good times. I want to make a trebuchet and then turn it into a they-buchet.
Commuche.
I mean, I thought they. I mean, you couldn't see that I capitalized it. You know, everybody's always talking about they. Or a democratapult.
Yes. Yes.
I knew it would come to me. I knew it would come.
A democratable. Man, that is genius.
Well, now we just have to draw up some fucking blueprints for one, and we can make millions of dollars selling blueprints.
Dude, the blueprints for all that shit, every siege engine known to man is already online somewhere, and somebody's like, every year we get together and make them bigger.
So we steal those blueprints and put a different name on them, and then
Don't even have to steal them. That's open source.
Bam, done.
Yeah. Seriously, like you can order the parts kits where they'll send you all the metal bits based on the dimensions of what you want to build, and then you just go buy the wood.
Oh.
Those kits have been online as long as the internet's been around. Trebuchet.com.
Those people have weird fucking hobbies.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you would never think to do that on your own, but if you, like, ran into that, you'd be like, this is fucking nuts!
That dude just threw a car field.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a Volkswagen, so, I mean, car with some air quotes, but...
I'm gonna keep that joke to myself.
Yeah, so you know, the I guess the sweet meteor of death isn't coming anytime soon.
Nobody's coming. We're gonna have to do this ourselves. I keep telling people that, and they're still just like, no, Superman's right around the corner. No. He's in a comic book. He's busy.
We need fucking a DZ compound is what we need.
So we are a cult now officially then.
No, I wouldn't call us a cult. We're not observant.
We could be the Branch Davidians, but the ends with a Z.
Yeah, but we're all white, so let's call ourselves the Blanche Davidians.
I mean, that's a Golden Girl cult, bro. They'd never suspect us.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, it's the Dorotheans!
By 8 every night.
Right. It's the Dorotheans. Oh my God, they're elite.
They eat dinner at 3 in the afternoon.
Oh man, I've been to Florida. It's true. Like all those stereotypes. That's all real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
Oh, I imagine out in Arizona's got plenty too. You know, didn't that place get founded by a bunch of old people and then also gangsters?
Dude,
that was Nevada.
Old people everywhere, bro.
Yeah, like golf's like huge. You're like, really?
Living communities for them. The best part, dude, is we have Sun City out here, which I'm sure a lot of places have a Sun City where the old folks go. But it's like a mean fucking joke. All the streets are like they're all planned out in circles. So the whole goddamn thing is this big confusing fucking rat maze. And man,
For
these
old
people
people.
get lost. Fuck, dude. That's like a cruel joke. Cruel fucking
People's
joke.
grandparents disappear into there, never heard from again.
Dude, I was out there one morning, bro, pulling a cactus with my buddy Kirk, and we're standing there next to the fucking crane, and this old guy walks up. He's like, "You guys know where the train station is?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, dude, there's no fucking trains around here. What the fuck?" I'm like, "Kirk, you need to deal with this. I'm not dealing with this shit."
I think this
Yeah,
prospector
man, they
has
just
lost
get
his mind.
fucking lost, bro. He doesn't know what the fuck.
Damn, that sounds like a lot of dues, Josh. A guild within a union and a cult. Oof. Tons of responsibility. People expecting shit from you. Nah, I'm out.
I mean, I'm in if I can get free Nikes.
Well, like if it's the whole suit. Yeah, that's cool. It's fun to match.
I mean, I'm not sure Nikes will be worth anything once society collapses, if that's where we're headed. But
this culture has failed. I don't know what's going to happen. I think there's going to be a bunch of very angry people when they realize how disenfranchised they have been, either in reality or in their perception. No matter what ends up happening, half the country is going to feel like they got fucked over. There's everybody's like, well, only the left riots. Well, that's true, because when the right finally gets up off their couches and gets the deer rifle out, it's the fucking end of it all. We'll just keep going until we run out of ammo. You won't be able to stop it because there won't be fucking leaders for you to decapitate the movement or, negotiate a surrender. It'll go until there isn't an angry fucking person out there anymore. So have fun.
I think the one thing that people don't realize, dude, there's a lot of fucking soldiers in this country that fought and watched their friends die for shit that people are trying to take away from them.
Yeah, right, exactly. Everybody's like, the military will stop you. Well, they didn't do so good in Afghanistan, and those guys were a bunch of illiterate goat rapers.
Yeah,
now, you've got people who were trained by the exact same military and now have access to modern CNC equipment. What do you fucking think is going to happen?
Yeah, man.
It's like, oh, they'll just drone you. Oh, well, they'll fucking drone them right back. You know what I mean?
I don't even think it's going to be like normal people like you and me. I think it's going to be like ex-fucking military that go out and like are fucking pissed.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be us. It's going to be all the
left is going to start it, dude. When they riot, bro, they're going to start fucking going insane. I mean, again, dude, they labeled the entire right as Nazi.
Yeah, right, exactly. So they all feel justified in doing anything to us. We don't deserve to exist as far as they're concerned. Well, thanks for that. Like I said, the media is definitely on everyone's shit list at this point.
Yep.
I mean, even if
some star in Hollywood, oh man, if you come across some celebrity when this shit goes all fucking one, they are clearly stupid because they're still around. Two, oh, eat their fucking liver, eat it.
Even if
probably the best one you'll ever get.
Even if Biden wins, they're gonna riot. That's my prediction.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep going to work and watch the shit happen on YouTube.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, me too. At this point, like, I am mad, but I'm also not, because I'm just at this point I'm just enjoying the shit show.
If I was eager for it, we would have stayed in Minnesota, and I would have already been in it.
Yeah, see, I don't think it's gonna happen in a place like where I'm at, man. I think it's gonna be crazy cities and fuck coastal places, you know.
Well, yeah, and people in out of the way places like us, it will be a little bit more of an optional thing.
Well, here
At least in the beginning. But when when shit starts to legitimately come unraveled, and it'll be like bankruptcy where it happens slowly at first and then all at once. It's like, I hope you're part of a community, that can fucking sort through the basics.
Well, here in Florida, I mean, we have a little bit more of a lifeline, but not much because, like, our governor DeSantis has basically said, "Fuck you. We're not shutting down anymore. We're not enacting any of these stupid, Thanksgiving like rules and regulations." So, but
I liked Tom Cotton and Asa Hutchinson up until the election was over, and now they're mealy-mouthed turds.
But
trying to cover both bases. It's like, yo, just say nothing. That's an option, right? I don't think they do. I don't think they do know it's an option, but yeah.
But on the flip side of all that, like this is the other thing. Now these people who are from like all these liberal cities are now fleeing to Florida now, just like they did with everything else, and it's like, no, we don't want you guys here at all.
Walmart has set up a program in the area that if you move to Bentonville and you're, you have all these criteria, you're some sort of like young techie professional, they will give you like 10 grand and a mountain bike if you move here. Cause they have so many mountain bike trails in this area. It's fucking disgusting. And I'm just like, oh, gross. All that's going to do is lure a bunch of fucking faggot liberals who work remotely and think their fucking shit don't stink to the area. That's going to be great.
Yep.
That's fine. We'll be out on our own piece of property by then. And, hopefully I'll smoke myself to death before they find us.
It sounds like a plan. So. Anyway, guys, I've got to kind of cut it short. I've actually got a phone call I've got to take. A friend of mine is trying to get a hold of me, but thanks for hopping on.
No problem.
So, and thanks to all of you guys for tuning into the show, and from all of us here at NGC Studios, good night, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy in that order, and we will see you on the next episode of the Whitfield Report. God bless everyone.